everyone? Welcome back to the Fantastic Duo Show. I'm here with my man here, Mr. Steve Cardenas. What's up, Steve? How's it going, man?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you, buddy? How's it going?
I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. How you been?
Yeah, well, I think it's just been a couple days, man.
I know.
It's just coffee, by the way. It's not.
It's not the good stuff.
It's not. There's no Kahlua in there or anything.
No Kahlua. By the way, I saw that you finally were able to step out of the house, and when you do, it's freaking raining by you.
I know,
What's up
right?
with that?
That's just like Alanis Morissette's song, Isn't that ironic?
I know. Like the minute you decide to step out there. By the way, before we get on with our guest, I definitely want to say thank you to Official Shans for giving away those subs on the chat here and on the channel. Thank you so much,
man. I love all of our fans, man. They're always like gifting subscriber subscriptions to other fans on the show.
Yeah,
so that's really cool.
Really appreciate you. Thank you so much, and hello to all the new viewers and listeners out there right now. So we got some good stuff happening, huh, Steve?
Yeah, well, I thought we'd keep the in space theme going. You know what I mean? We figured. We had so much fun the other day. It's like, why not keep it going? So I reached out to yet another one of my friends. And actually, this guy was also a Red Ranger as well. So you would know him, guys, from Power Rangers in Space, as well as the Forever Red episode as well, too. So let's introduce Mr. Andros himself, Christopher Kamen Lee. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Look at you, man. Looking good. Got the mohawk and the beard. You look nothing like you did back in the day.
I know, man. Where's your streets?
Very happy
Where's your
about that,
streets?
You're very happy about that, huh?
No bleach.
No blonde
No
streaks
bleach.
in the hair.
None of
You
it.
know what?
No.
I want to just get off the bat with that stuff, man. What was up with the hair? Like, was that something about the 90s? Like, everybody had the frozen tips and what was going on out there?
That was they told me pretty early on that the character was going to be an alien, and they said, but you look like a human, but you're alien. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine, that's easy. And then they initially told me that they're going to have me wearing a wig, and it was going to be pretty interesting hair, and they mentioned like yellow stripes, and I was like, all right, no problem. And then they flew me out to California, and pretty much right when I got there, they were like, so we 86 the wig. Now we got to go take you to go get your hair bleached. And I was like, oh, thank you. Happy birthday to me,
Man.
And how old were you when you started on the show?
When I started on the show, I was 19. And then I think the series aired like a month before my birthday. My birthday is March 11th, so I think I think the series officially aired about a month before that. So
March 23rd, bro.
For most of it.
So we're up there. Except I wasn't turning 20 in 98. I was turning like 16 or 17. So yeah, if that helps.
Interesting. Now I actually I heard you mentioning something. They said they flew you to California. Where did you come from?
I had been living before that in Miami for about a year and a half or so, maybe a little bit longer.
Okay, but you're from California though, originally though.
No. I've been everywhere, but I was born in New Jersey.
Okay.
Moved down to I was born in Teaneck, New Jersey.
Get out of here. I'm from Wayne.
Then I moved down. We moved down to Virginia. Then we moved down to North Carolina. Then we moved back to Virginia. Actually, I lived a greater part of my younger years in Virginia, pretty much right where, pretty close to where Michael Copon grew up. I was in Virginia Beach. So like,
okay,
we were in like almost the same neighborhood. Then Kentucky, then back to Virginia, then to Miami, and then I came out to California for In Space.
Bounced around all over the place, huh?
Yeah, we kind of did.
All the southern states too. That's crazy. Yeah. I was born in Virginia, actually. Langley Air Force Base in Hampton, Newport News area.
There's a lot of Rangers that come out of there.
Apparently,
a lot of Rangers come out of Virginia.
A lot of Rangers come out of Virginia. So you didn't really spend a lot of time here in Jersey then. You were just born here and left?
Pretty much, yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, a lot
See,
of
he
people
got
do the same
out as
thing.
quickly as he could.
I
man.
know. Well, listen, I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. I happened to move here, so
Hold
after
on,
that.
you cut out through half of that. Say it again.
Oh, sorry. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, so I came to live here when I was 8 years old. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. But
But it's your fault that you've chosen to stay there.
It is my fault, 100%, 100%. I never left. But so you started young, acting and all that stuff. And how the heck did Power Rangers kind of just like sweep by and pick you up, or did you decide to go after the position of being the Red Ranger?
No, that was not my decision at all. Okay, so Power Rangers aired in like the show aired in '93. I was 15 at the time. I had very long hair, very, very long hair. It was always in a ponytail because when you have long hair and you're outside playing sports and shit, you got to have it in a ponytail. When it aired, immediately every kid in the neighborhood came up to me and told me that I was Tommy.
Right.
Because I have a ponytail. I had no idea who Tommy was. I didn't watch the show. I had never heard of this shit before. But every kid told me that because they're all younger than me. So they were watching it and they're like, you got hair like Tommy. So you must really love Tommy. You must be one of the Power Rangers because you look like Tommy. And that's all I ever heard was Tommy. So at that point in time, I hated Power Rangers, particularly Tommy. And I knew nothing about it.
Right.
And then you fast forward a couple of years. I ended up moving out to Miami, and I got a manager for like modeling and acting. And she said, "Hey, I have an audition for you for a series." And I said, "Cool. What is it?" And she says, "It's Power Rangers." And I said, "Nope, I'm not doing it. I don't want nothing to do with it." That was still in my head. This is only a couple years old. So I was like, "Nah, I don't want nothing to do with that." And she says to me, they're going all over the country looking for like this character. Just go out for it. You just want to be seen by them. You probably won't get it. They're seeing like thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah.
So when I went into the audition, I didn't want it. I did not care. I went in. I met the guy that I actually auditioned for was Shuki. I auditioned for Shuki Levy.
That's crazy.
And, yeah, he was there, and yeah, they were like, "Okay, here's here's the scene. Read it." I did that. They were like, "Can you show? Do you do any martial arts?" I did a little, so I was like, "Yeah, I can do jump, spinning, hook kicks, and all this crap, whatever." And I was just like, "Look, I don't want to be here. You guys are wasting my time. So later, I'm out." And then I got the role.
That's so funny. I think
wow.
Yeah. I mean, isn't it weird? Like I think they purposely go outside of California to look for people,
Yeah.
Maybe partly because they want to make sure they find people that don't know or not wise to what union is and non-union is, I always figure that's probably part of it.
I think so. Yeah.
That's great, man. Well, I mean, that's good for you. I mean, you became, and I tell this to almost all of everyone that comes on here, but you became a staple of pop culture history, So, and you're one of the most unique ones up to that point, with the hair and the storyline with, Corone and all this stuff that was going on. Like, you pretty much had something really good there. And you kind of, you took over that leader role, away from the character that played that guy that played TJ. I can forget his name all the time.
Selwyn Ward. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. It always slips me, but yeah. So, so like, how did you feel about that? I know that he was coming over from Turbo. Did you personally have any conversations with the Turbo team before you came on board? Did they tell you, hey, you're going to be the new leader of the show and you're going to take over?
Nope. When I first got on board, so they've already taken me into wardrobe. They've already gotten me fit up with the with the suit. They've already bleached the hell out of my hair. Done everything, and then they told me the executive producer Jonathan, he told me, he said, so your character is, we want him to be a bit of a loner. He doesn't want to have anything to do really with the with these new guys to him. These are the new guys to him, so he doesn't really want to have anything to do with them. And I was like, okay, that's a cool backstory, I guess. That's great. And then he told me, so what we want you to do is don't hang around them. at all when we're not filming or anything. Like when you're not filming with any of them, just don't really talk to them or have anything to do with them. And I kind of thought, I was like, quoi? What is that? And he's like, yeah, because your character doesn't like them. So we don't want you to really have that much interaction with them. And I thought to myself, I could just act like I don't like them because that's part of being an actor.
Right. Yeah.
You aren't this thing that you are. I could pretend not to like them. That's okay. But no, they're like, no, don't really talk to them. So I talked to Roger about it not that long ago. He and I did a thing with Illuminati, and he told me, like, right there, he was like, yeah, man, like in the beginning, we thought you were an asshole because you wouldn't have anything to do with us. And I was like, that wasn't me. That was Jonathan. Yeah. He told me, don't talk to them. And I'm like, I'm a kid. I just came out to the other side of the country. I don't know anybody. I don't know nothing. And it's like, okay, if you telling me to not talk to anybody, Mr. Boss Man, I'm going to do what you say. You write my check.
Right.
That's so weird, man. I just don't understand that mentality. You know what I mean? Like you hire somebody to do a job and then you think they aren't professional enough to do their job. So
apparently
weird.
Not.
Yeah, that's strange, man. Anyway, go ahead.
Sorry, Steve. Did you ask on?
No.
Sorry. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. And so you when you got the role and obviously you started things out, did they tell you straight there and then that each season things were going to change, like because they started new, I think it was after Space, right? Space kind of ended it, right? Yeah. Where you kind of had that continuation since Mighty Morphin in '93. Did they tell you, like, guys, you're only here for one season and this is it? Or like how is that how did that go about?
Yeah, actually I wondered about that too, because I knew that
hard questions, baby.
When we first did it, it was going to be ongoing and continuing. And then when we finally were doing Turbo, they said this was going to be our last season, and then after that, we knew that it was only going to be one, each season they were going to bring new people after that, but I didn't know.
I didn't get a lot of time to talk to the other actors. So I don't know exactly what it was that they were told, but since I didn't get to talk to the actors, I had to talk to somebody. So I talked to the crew. I spent all my time hanging out with the stuntmen and then, everybody else in the crew and all that. And I remember, Steve, I don't know if you remember him, Larry. He was,
of course. Yeah. Larry Litton.
Yeah. Larry Litton. He was, I remember he had told me at one point, he said it was just like a couple of weeks in, or maybe a month or two in, he was like, just so you know, this is going to be the last season of Power Rangers. And
right.
I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Huh. Well, it's a good thing then that we're copying Star Wars. Let's just go out with a bang. And what the hell? You know what? Why not? And then, but then later on, after a few of the episodes started airing, fans started really loving it. They were really loving it. Yeah. Maybe they were getting hyped for Star Wars, and it's like, this is such a Star Wars thing. And then the Phantom Menace came out like the next year or something. Yes. So it's like, that could have been it. But I remember him also then telling me later on, he was like, so we have a whole new deal now. We are going to keep going with the show, but we're going to do this like they do it in Super Sentai. So we're going to bring in a whole new cast next season. So,
right. So either way, you were out.
Yeah. So I remember thinking to myself, oh, you're welcome for saving your goddamn show.
So it's true. You guys definitely saved it. But you also, I've read reports that you also guys almost, well, not you technically, but the show almost went bankrupt because of how expensive it was for them to film the show. All the graphics and everything else that went behind it. How was that? Did you do a lot of like green screen animation, 3D, anything? Like, what was going on backstage with you guys with all that stuff?
I don't really recall doing a lot of green screen or anything like that.
So you were really in space is what you're trying to tell me.
Yes, we were totally in space, man.
I knew it. No wonder you almost bankrupt them.
I know that like one of the biggest times that they did a whole setup with green screen and all that was when they had my character use the battleizer thing, and then like the suit changes. He gets like super crazy steroid like buff, and then he has wings. And I know that he was like flying, and he has Selwyn and Patty in his arms. So they had green screened like all the like everything going on around it and all that.
Right.
But I mean, the set was like the set that we had for the ship, because we spent so much time on the ship. It was like 3 rooms, 2 hallways that all broke apart. You could just move them around wherever the hell you wanted them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was like if there was like a tens of millions of dollars or however much thrown into it, I don't know where that went. It didn't go to me. I know that, though.
Oh yeah, that definitely, yeah. Of course not.
They sent it to me, man. They sent
it. Damn.
They were like, "Look, we're real sorry about how things are going with you. We're gonna take his pay. We're gonna throw it toward you." I'm like, "All right,
there you go."
Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember when they gave you like the battle eye suit, they emphasized your ass in the back shot. I was like, what the hell? I don't know if you remember that. They were like doing the doom 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 doom, and I was like, are you really? Like, come on. Like, I'm like,
well, that wasn't my ass. That would have been Hiroshi's ass. But I think.
Oh yeah.
Power Rangers in cakes.
In cakes, yeah. That's a shirt. That's a shirt that's gonna be made. Power Rangers and cakes. I love that. So now you did an episode, and I know Steve was talking to me about this earlier. That it totally went through my mind. I had not remembered. He mentioned Turtles, and I was like, "Whoa, is Chris is Chris part of the new Turtles movie?" He goes, "No." He goes, "Don't you remember?" I mean, if you are, that's pretty cool. But he's like, "Don't you remember that?"
No, I'm not.
Don't you remember that the Turtles were in the episode? I was like, oh my God, yeah, that was early on when they did the crossover because Turtles was failing badly on Fox. So
that's exactly what it was, yeah.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about that? Like, that crossover?
I believe the episode was named Shell Shocked. So
yes.
They really worked hard on that one.
Yeah.
I remember Jonathan telling us at one point, like he had all of us together, all 5 of us together. This was several episodes in. I think this was like the 3rd, maybe 4th episode in or something like that. And he told us all that, okay, so we're going to do an episode now with the Ninja Turtles. And I remember all 5 of us just kind of sitting there like, huh? What are you talking about? Why are Ninja? What? That is what it was, though. Saban owned the other show, which was Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation, I think.
The Next Mutation, yeah.
The ratings on that show were really not that good. So, since the ratings on In Space were actually really, really good, they were like, okay, well, we'll take.
Let's see if we can take
Turtles.
some of that juice and mojo and move it over to that.
Exactly.
So what? I mean, I never saw the episode. So what? How did they? What was the story about? How did the turtles like come to meet the Power Rangers and stuff? I never saw that episode. So,
and by the way, not for nothing, for us fans as we were watching it was quite enjoyable back then because you're not that impressionable, so you're kind of seeing 2 franchises come together. So you're like, oh my God, if Turtles were real, this would be actually like happening right now. But as a grown up, you watch it back and you're like, boy, the lines were weak, and the humor was just not there. And you were like, you were so skeptical. Your character of like, who the hell are these things, and why are we trusting them? But go ahead. The floor is all yours.
Well, like the story was something like that. So Astronomer, Melody Perkins. She played Astronomer / Garon. She's looking for the new monster of the week, and I think it was Elgar. Who tells her, oh, I didn't find one, I found like 4 or 5, they're all right here for you, and they live in a sewer, and it's in underneath Manhattan, and yada yada and all this stuff. And she does some kind of mind control shit on them, and it turns them evil.
Okay.
And then she sends them then she sends bad guys to beat us up, like just the regular. We had Quantrons; those were our
putties,
like stormtroopers.
Putties. Yeah,
they go to beat us up, but we beat the crap out of them, and then the Ninja Turtles come in, and then they help, and then it's like, oh, okay, now we'll get to go onto the ship, and we'll get to like check all this stuff around, and maybe we can sabotage some stuff or whatever. That was what the plan was, and then Um,
Oh, so they pretended to be good and
yeah,
infiltrate the ship.
yeah.
Ah,
They're under mind control, so they're pretending to be good guys. Then they go onto the spaceship, and then they start taking over everything. And then at one point, I beat the shit out of all of them.
nice, nice. And then what? The spell wore off and they became good again, and then everybody was friends.
Yeah, the spell wore off. Then they had like Michelangelo fall in love with Tracy, and then everybody was like, "No, that's totally fine. He's a teenager and also a mutant thing. That's totally fine. We're all good."
Yeah.
That show is weird.
Yeah, it was.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I think it was
is,
fun.
you know?
Yeah, I think for the time it was pretty good. I don't know. I mean, I was a kid, so it
Yeah,
was kind of fun
I mean,
to
I
see
have
that.
to admit, I didn't watch much of In Space. You know what I mean? Actually, until we started doing conventions, Chris. I mean, I really didn't know much about you guys at all, really.
Yeah, fair
Um,
enough.
I mean, I knew Tracy before because she had actually done a little bit of some spots before on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers back
Oh,
in the
okay.
day
Yeah.
before she got onto the show. But I had I didn't really know much about Power Rangers after I had left. So I'm always trying to catch up on it. So tell me about this and what happened with this, that kind of thing. So, but did you guys fight on Earth at all, or were you guys just always in space all the time?
Um,
You
we
guys were fighting on land a lot. I know. I saw.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we spent a lot of the episodes on other planets, but we did have a good number of them on Earth, especially the last or the last episode.
The big battles.
Yeah, the big our season our
Finale.
show finale was that was on Earth. Actually, for most of the characters, I think I was in space. Everybody else was on Earth.
Right,
Yeah, because
okay.
you also
Downtown
had
LA.
you also had the you had when Johnny was Adam came into the show. I want to say his
Johnny Bosch
character.
came on. Yeah,
Johnny Bosch came in.
he
Yeah,
became
to the show.
he became Roger Carlos's like sensei
Mentor or something.
for
Yeah.
one episode.
Yeah. So you guys,
How to be a Black
That's what-
Ranger or something.
yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
was.
I remember
he
that.
came on, and Blake Foster came on.
Yes, that's right. He came to save you guys.
He
When
came
you
to
guys
save
were
the
in
day
trouble. Yeah,
with his car.
Sandstorm or whatever the hell it was called.
Nice.
Yeah. And you guys then you left the show. So can you fill us in a little bit? What happened between then and when you came back for Forever Red? I believe that was your first kind of comeback, right?
Well, we actually came back for Lost Galaxy because we did like the crossover episode where they're bringing in the Lost Galaxy guys and then us, and then it's like, oh well, you guys are the new Power Rangers, so
Right.
we'll help you.
You always got to pass the torch.
Well,
Yeah.
you were there for the battle with the Psycho Rangers as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. Okay, so they bring you back for that. Was it something like, hey, we're just gonna bring you back and do a crossover?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. And then what'd you do between then and the time you came back after that for Forever Red? Because that was a pretty impactful thing. It was like the 20-year anniversary, right, Steve? Was it 15 or 20?
No,
For
for Forever Red was like the
Forever
10-year
Red.
anniversary.
Oh, 10-year anniversary.
Forever
I'm
Red
sorry.
was 2002.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
I think it was
Yeah.
2002. Maybe it was 2003.
So it
It
was
must
the
have
10-year
been like
anniversary.
2003 or two. Well, no, you know what? You probably filmed it in 2002. Maybe it came out in 2003.
Yeah, that might be it. Yeah. So sorry, what was that?
Oh yeah. So
What was
were you
going on
doing
in between?
Yeah. Did you were
Um,
you doing other TV shows and then and then kind of lead us into you got the call again and they're like, hey, come back, we're gonna do a Forever Red series or whatever.
I did like not too long after In Space, after we did the crossover with the Galaxy guys, I booked a show called Safe Harbor, and that actually had me fly from California to go live in Florida again. But now I'm going to live in Jacksonville. So I went from the southern part of Florida now to almost the highest northern part of Florida. And I filmed that for about one season. That show was like, it was really, they basically pegged it as being the sister show to Seventh Heaven. It was a Warner Brothers show. Seventh Heaven was a very family oriented kind of, everybody feels good kind of,
Seventh
that
Heaven.
kind
Oh
of
my
nonsense.
god. Yeah.
And then our show was like the sister show to it. And we were doing great. It had Gregory Harrison from Trapper John, and it had Rue McClanahan from Golden Girls.
Golden Girls, yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God, I loved Rue. She was wonderful.
I mean, I loved the Golden Girls. She seemed like she would have been awesome too.
She was really great, and she had so many stories to tell about Betty White, and all of them are like they range from R to X rated.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Betty White has enough on her. Oh my God.
I don't remember who was telling me. Somebody was telling me the story where because she's the last Golden Girl, but there was before I think Rue McClanahan went into the hospital or something, and there was like had a scare that we might lose her or whatever, and Betty White sends her a card and it says, "You bitch, hurry up and die so I can be the last Golden Girl." Like that's her sense of humor,
I believe it.
Yeah, that's funny.
So we did that show. We did that for one season. Unfortunately, even though our ratings were really great, this is the thing that never made any sense to anybody. Our ratings were really, really great, but then they decided to put us up against Monday Night Football, and it's like, we're not going to win that. That's just not going to happen.
That's so weird. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that, but so after Safe Harbor, then I came back to California and just went into the acting grind. This was back when we actually had to go outside and do shit to try to get auditions and whatnot, because now it's very different. You just mail in you email a headshot and you just send in a little video of you reading some lines and all that, and there you go. No, we actually had to drive all over the damn city.
Yeah, to drive all around and
see people. You mean to tell me you couldn't send it through AOL Messenger back in the day? Like you couldn't just DM them through there?
AOL IM. It was called IM, by the way, not DM.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, IM. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah,
that's right. Way back when. Yeah, I did. I was auditioning all over the place. I got a couple of small gigs here and there, and then I get the call from Iris. But the thing is that so Iris is she's the casting director for Power Rangers. But the thing is that I got the call from Iris, but I already knew about it before Iris called me, and the reason why is because the person who wrote the episode, Amit, was one of my best friends.
Wow.
He called me and he told me ahead of time, and he was like, dude, I wrote an episode. I had Scott Page Pactor. I had him look at it. Everybody thinks it's great. We're going to go with it. I want you to know I wrote this, and I'm trying to make you to be the most important part of this episode. And I was like, nice. Well, right off the bat, you've got my attention. I'm totally, right. I don't hate that idea. And he tells me, yeah, it's going to have like a bunch of the red guys from previous seasons and you. And even though it is going to have Jason and Tommy, the whole reason why everything happens is because of you. And I was like, okay, that's great. So when Iris got in touch with me and she told me about it, I had to pretend as though I didn't know anything about it.
Right.
That's how acting works, Jonathan. I pretended like I didn't know anything about it, Jonathan. If you ever watch this.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm sure he'll get right on that. I'm sure he's listening right now. That's funny.
Not bad, but I mean, you were part. That was people still talk about that episode, which is nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big one, having all the Rangers together.
So they didn't have all the Red Rangers though.
No, you're right, because I remember
have all the Red Rangers. No,
can I be honest? When I first watched that JDF says, we're missing someone. I don't know if he's gonna be here. Honestly, I thought it was you, Steve, because I was thinking he just left the show, so why not? Is he going to make an appearance like this? I never once thought it was Austin, because Austin kind of just like he was gone for a long time, you know, like years. So I never thought he would just he did the movie, but that was just like a cameo. It wasn't like he was a mainstay, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy, but yeah. But I honestly like when he says, you know, you could have two Red Rangers there with red suits. Like, hello, he wore it. He was there. He had the goddamn power coin.
I mean, they could have easily done that.
But
Well, I had thought too. It was like, why not just have Steve in the ninja, the ninja outfit? You know, because nobody else had on a ninja outfit. I don't know.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Well, I mean, it was good. I mean, again, people still talk about it, and people still rave about the fact that Steve should have definitely been there. And I always think like the other Red Rangers also had other, you know, parts in the series. So whatever. I want to get into some questions that are coming in from the chat if you guys don't mind.
By the
We
way,
got a
we're
bunch
live
like
right now. And
beautiful.
We're on Twitch, and we have the fans are talking while we're talking together, and they're
Chris
all
actually
chatting
has
amongst each other, and they've got questions and stuff as well. So
yeah, he has a channel on Twitch where, right? What do you stream on there?
Oh, what do we stream? We stream it's me and a bunch of my friends. We all get drunk, say really nasty things, and we play video games all night.
There you go, guys.
And are you doing that after this show?
I am doing it after this show, yes.
Nice.
So there we go. You know, you guys, you know where to go.
So you're on Twitch 2 hours in a row right now.
I will be, yeah, pretty close. Yeah, I'm gonna start my live stream at around 6:30, somewhere between 6:30 and 7. So yeah.
Nice. Oh, okay.
West Coast time, guys. West Coast time.
Yes, West Coast time. Sorry, yeah.
That's all right.
So yes, so some of the questions. One of the questions that I read here is obviously like one of them is and I'll start with this one. What have you been up to since your last time on Power Rangers?
Which we just answered, but I was kidding.
Yeah. Playing on Twitch.
Yeah. That also I'm working on a little project right now. It's only been 5 years in the making.
Yeah. I think I know what you're about to talk
we're
about.
Trying to get some traction for it out there. It's called Bloodline of the Grid.
Yeah. Tell us about that.
I can't say too much about it right now because it's not finished yet. We're in post-production, but what I can say is that it's about some of the characters. I am definitely one of them, and Justin Nemo, he's a part of it too. Like what they would be doing now. So it's not a continuation after like Lost Galaxy or In Space, like after you saw that, oh now okay, so this is what happened to him right after that. No, this is now. So like 20 something years after that. Where are they? What are they doing? Some people who were good guys are now kind of bad guys. Some people that were bad guys are now kind of good guys. And we're trying to make it slightly more adult than what the show was, but not going to the point where, you know, somebody will chop off somebody's head and then like scoop out the brains or anything like that. We're not going to go that far. We're not going to go there.
It's not super graphic, but it's like still not like you can't kick them in the face because the parents are going to think it's too violent.
We might actually do kicking in the face. Yeah, we're
probably no. I know that's what I'm saying. But on Power Rangers, we couldn't do head kicks.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, violence. Yeah. On Power Rangers, you can't hit people in the face for because
you can't.
I didn't know that. I had no idea that you couldn't do that.
Yeah, this is the no.
Yeah, if you watch the episodes, you're going to see no headshots. Yeah, in the movie, we could do headshots, but in the TV show, no headshots.
I had no idea about that. That's crazy. Yeah. Wow, makes sense.
You know what? Just on a little side note, when I did do In Space, I really got to know the stuntmen a lot. I was working out with them constantly, and they showed me footage from, or they showed me some of the episodes from my season for them. So Mega Danger. Yeah, it was so goddamn violent. It was beautiful. There was a scene where the Red Ranger the character is Kenta Date. He's in the suit. He's got the helmet, everything like that, and he's fighting this one bad guy. It's a girl, and she's not like in a monster suit, but it's just a girl. He gets into a fight, and then they slow-mo where he spins around and he backfists her right in the jaw, and her face like turns, and then they have blood spit out. And I was like, that's gorgeous. I love that. Why aren't we doing this shit? Come on, man. I want to do that. That's fantastic.
Wow, that's crazy. I had no idea.
Too much backlash.
I can understand that. I can understand that. But yeah, Bloodline of the Grid is just it's us telling a continuation, and it's like it's almost like a what if. It's almost like a what if story. There was actually little hints to certain things in the actual show that we're kind of like we're taking it and we're rolling with it. Who were Andros and Astronomers' parents? You never see them in the show. That's never mentioned. It's never brought up or anything like that. And who were they? What were they all about? Why do these two kids have superpowers? So we're kind of going into stuff like that, and I don't know. We're having a lot of fun with it.
No, I think that's pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
that's great, man. Well, I can't wait to see it. So it's in post production right now.
Yeah.
When can anyone expect to see it anywhere?
We're hoping that it'll be done within the next couple of months. We do still have, I think, if I remember correctly, I think we have one last thing to actually film, which is a really quick shot, and then we're done with that. But everything else is in post. I've already done all my stuff. Justin's done all of his stuff. We've made a new character named TK Johnson. That's played by my little brother DJ. We've done all of his stuff. We've done all our ADR and all this stuff. So yeah, we're just putting together all the CGI, all the special effects, and editing, all that stuff. And I don't know, how much you guys know about editing. I've done a little bit of it, and I know that I hate it, and I never want to ever do it again. I despise it.
Yeah, well, it's hard. It's hard to take all that stuff out of sequence and look through all the dailies, and then try to find a way to chop it all together in a way that makes sense, but at the way that's still interesting, in a way that still carries the story and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot to that. I would imagine anyway.
Yes, sir. There is. So what we're doing with it is it's just going to be. This is going to be about it's like a trailer. We're just really testing the waters with this. This whole thing is being produced through Nerdbot Studios. And you guys, everybody watching, you guys can find them on Instagram at Nerdbot Studios. They're phenomenal. They're doing a lot of other shows right now. They're doing a lot of other like film projects and stuff like what we're doing. But this is just going to be like it's like a teaser trailer. So this is like it's like an 8-minute thing. Yeah. That's what we're doing. We're going to test the waters with it. We're going to see, what everybody's reaction is to it. And
nice.
Yeah. If everybody likes it, then we'll do something with it.
And if you can reveal, is there costumes in this thing? Like,
there are a lot of costumes. Yes.
Right.
There's a lot of really cool costumes. Actually, with the promo that you guys put together and you put up on Instagram, and I put it up. One of those images that's behind the scenes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Oh, that's cool, man. That's
nice.
Stuff for it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool, man. Well, good for you, man. I'm excited for you, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see how it turns out, and I hope you guys get as good a response as you're hoping for. Luckily for us, we've got really good fans, and they're always pretty receptive to us doing stuff. So I'm I'll be interested to see what happens with that. Go ahead.
And anytime you tie in Ranger history into it, continuation, historical facts, anything like you guys are doing with your character, the parents and stuff like that kind of like opens up a whole new Pandora's box, because you're taking something that's over 20 years old, reviving it, and it's brand new all over again. I tell this to Steve all the time that Boom Studios has done that with the comic book, right? Like, has opened up a whole new world for kids and adults. Moving forward for another 30 years if they could, because they're doing original stories. completely different. So you're doing an original story, which is great. I do have more questions. Here we go. This one is how has your relationship been with your Power Ranger family since the show ended in space, and I guess, I mean, like, Steve, obviously, so you've done you've become friends with a lot of other people in the series, correct?
I actually became friends with a lot, like most of the people that I know through Power Rangers through conventions.
Right.
Unfortunately, we haven't been able to do conventions since March-ish.
Yeah.
I was supposed to do quite a few this year, and well, better luck next time.
So you're still very active in the scene. You're still moving around. People love the series. So I'm sure you're still getting the call to come to these conventions and speak.
I've done a couple of like online
like the
things.
virtual ones, yeah.
Yeah, the virtual conventions and stuff like that. I've done a few of those. Yeah, I don't know. I talk to a number of people all the time, and in fact, earlier today I was on the phone with Justin Nemo, and I was just actually before we all got on together, I was talking to Patrick David.
Nice.
I know those two guys.
I was confirming with them.
I talked to those guys a couple of times.
I was just confirming with them. Am I walking into a trap with these two? I don't know what's going on.
Oh man, no, never.
No, man,
never
it's legit, man. We wouldn't do that to you, man. We don't want to prank you or anything, man. It's all good.
Yeah, they want to know also, since you started acting at such a young age, is there something else that maybe you were interested in or wanted to do, or before you became an actor, or was this something that you wanted to go forward?
Actually, yeah. The one thing that I've always really done, ever since I was, I'm going to spitball and say maybe 11 or 12 years old, was that I've always been writing. I was far more interested in that than I was ever in acting. And for the last, I'm going to say decade now, I've been working on not one, but 3 different comic book series. I have one short, it's a 6-part series that's on my website. That's called LA Crazy Town. Then we have, I have another one that I really haven't gone anywhere with it, just because it's never been the right time, or it's never clicked with me. That one's called How I Stole Your Galaxy. But I am doing, I'm writing I have written at least 4, I think maybe 5 issues of another one that I'm doing right now. That's called Come Hell or High Water. I'm having that one, the artwork finished on it right now. I'm looking to have it printed out to actually have some kind of a hardcover book to sell with it, when we can do conventions again.
As a whole series?
Yeah.
Right.
Try to do I want to do at least 6 at a time, and then print all
and
that.
Then print them all into one novel. Yeah, one big thing. What is it about? What's Hell or High Water about?
Come Hell or High Water is it's a mashup of, I like to call it a mashup of 3 different things. Okay. It is you take Pirates of the Caribbean, and you take Dungeons and Dragons, so like elves and dwarves and shit like that, and then you take hardcore pornography, and you put it all together.
Wow.
So hentai, basically.
Yes. This one is not to be sold to anybody under 18 years old. It is not going to be sold to anyone under 18. Yes. It is extremely hardcore pornography. Yes.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that one. Here's another question. By the way, Steve, they're like, oh, Steve's so quiet. Listen, Steve is not only I keep him up super late, but we're taking a lot of you guys' questions, so that's why we're kind of like both just
I'm exactly. I mean, this show is not about me; it's about the guest we have on. So I want to hear.
It's about the trap we wanted.
I'm interested. I want to know what's going on exactly.
It was about the trap we wanted to put Christopher through. Haha, we got you. They want to know. I have a question for him. As a fellow writer, what encouraged you to become a writer, and how did you deal with like writer's block?
Oh boy, how did I first become? Oh God, I wouldn't even know how I first. I feel like I just kind of had an aptitude for it when I was like, 11 or 12 years old or something like that. One thing I do, There is the best bit of advice that I can give for writer's block is this: find somebody else who knows how to write and ask them. Because if you're looking at it only through your eyes, you're going to get stuck. If you have somebody else with a whole new, fresh opinion, a different way of looking at things, let them be your sounding board. I actually, while I was writing LA Crazy Town, I actually did get writer's block really bad at one point. So I called my friend Dave Fielding.
Zordon.
Sure, yeah, a lot of you know him as Zordon. I got in touch with him. I live stream with Dave all the time. He will probably be on. I'm not 100% sure, but he might be on while we're live streaming with us.
Later on. Yeah. He's come on our show with us as well too. We've had him on.
He's a great guy, and he's also a great writer, and he's been doing it for very long.
Well, he wrote The Order with Karen. They co-wrote the Order that we were all going to do together.
Yeah, and he wrote his own book, Glims, which I don't have a copy in front of me because I had to move a lot of stuff around in the room, so I don't know where it is. It's here in the room though. Sorry, Dave, but whatever. But yeah, I used Dave as a sounding board, and I was like, okay, these are the characters, this is the situation. What do I do? And he just took a little time, and he got back to me, and he was like, okay, have you tried this? And what do you think of that? And of course, not every idea that he had was like, yeah, that's the perfect way to go. A lot of them were like, no, I don't think they would do that. But at least it gave me something.
Right.
It was a new approach, a new vision to look at it. So. Find a sounding board. Find somebody else who writes.
It's always good to have somebody to bounce things off of for sure.
Yeah.
As long as it's somebody that you can like trust, because then somebody be like, oh, that's actually not a bad idea. I think I'll go and do my own thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I trust Dave. I trust Dave to death. I love him. Yeah. I love him so much. He's the best guy. And I would say this, if I was ever going to give anybody any kind of advice, period, as far as being a writer, the number one thing, hands down, write what you know.
Yeah.
If you write up something and you don't know that much about it, every person in the world is going to call you out on that shit, and they are going to bury you. Write what you know. If you need to write about something and you don't know about it, learn about it. Then write about it.
For sure. That makes sense. So. That makes sense for sure.
Well, a lot of people enjoy it, man.
Christopher Kamen Lee.
Yeah, that was really good. A lot of people here.
We call that Red Solo Cup advice.
The Red Solo Cup. Oh my God! I saw
that Red Solo Cup. What you got mixed in there? What you got in there?
What do I got in there? Well, for all the kiddies out there, I have some Diet 7-Up.
Oh, nice.
And for all the not so kiddies people, Ellington Reserve Mango Whiskey. It's about half and half.
It don't get more white trash than that, man. I love it, dude. That's why I love you, dude. That's great, man. So, we've probably got about like 10 minutes left. Sometimes what we like to do, I'm not sure if Alex is ready for this or not yet.
I got some. There's not a lot, but I got
like to do is, and besides, since the fans were saying I wasn't being very active in this episode, I thought maybe what we could do is we could do the trivia challenge, where basically I'll take on the guest and we'll battle each other in 90s trivia. So Alex, read off some questions, and then whoever gets the most answered right is the winner, and they get the rights of that episode. So
are we both answering at the same time, or what do we do?
Right. No, the way it'll work is so Alex will ask a question. When you know it, just say the word buzz. Okay, and then that is your buzzer, and then you get the chance to answer. And if you get it wrong, then I get the chance to answer. And if I get it right, then first person to 5 wins. And then after that, you can tell everybody how they can follow you, and all your social media handles and everything like that, so people can keep in touch. Tell us a little bit more about how they can get on your Twitch feed as well, and all that stuff too. So, all right, Alex, if we're ready, it is time for what is it? Trivia? Fantastic trivia.
You make these things that are so amazing, by the way, because I'm like, when you make them up. Listen, Christopher, if you ever need help with anything, the man here, Steve, is really good at.
You need good ideas. Soundboard off me. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, guys, here we go, and you guys can play along in the you guys can play along with us in the chat. And the very first question that's coming to you guys is all from the 90s. Name the actor who played Forrest Gump.
Buzz.
Oh, hey, Steve.
As Peter Griffin would call him, Tim Honks. Tim Honks. Tom Hanks. Who's that?
You got it, Mr. Tom
Okay.
Hanks. One of the answers was Kevin Bacon, by the way, which is pretty funny. I
Why
left
not?
at that.
He's everything else. So.
Yeah, he's
that's
seven.
true.
You know, he's only seven actors away from being in every movie.
I'm three
God,
from him.
Oh, you're 3 from him.
That's
Which-
hilarious.
How are you? Do the 3. So
Do the
it's
3?
Kevin-
Okay. I was in, I did a movie before I did Power Rangers. I was in a movie. It was called Kickboxing Academy.
Oh,
In the movie was an actor named Stephen Bauer.
Okay. Yeah.
Stephen
From
Bauer.
Scarface. From
Yeah.
Scarface.
But Stephen Bauer was also in a movie called Gleaming in the Cube with
With Christian Slater.
Christian Slater. And Christian
Wow.
Slater was in a movie with Kevin Bacon. I don't remember. I think it was called Murder in the First.
Yeah, Murder in the First.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
When they
So-
played the guy on death row.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah.
pretty good. Pretty good. All right,
Pretty
here we
good,
go.
man.
Second question
right.
coming up for you guys is, what is the name of the lead villain in Disney's The Lion King?
Buzz.
Oh,
Did I get it?
I
We
think
got a
Christopher
tie.
got that one. Yeah.
In the tie, I'll give the guest the opportunity to answer.
Oh, thank you.
Go
very
ahead.
much.
Go ahead.
Scar.
Scar.
It is Scar.
Scar.
It is Scar. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, cool.
All right. Name this 1999 film that used green code in the sequence.
Buzz,
Oh, go ahead.
what is the Matrix?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
he got it, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know why my mind went to hackers first. I don't know why. And I was thinking,
That's pretty.
why did I
That's
just
pretty
think of
good.
that?
That's a good reference. Hackers.
Why did I
Yeah,
think of
there
that?
you go. So Steve's
Yeah.
up 2-1. Name Sarah Michelle Gellar's most famous TV role in the
Buzz.
90s. Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know who got
Definitely
there.
buzzed in first on that
Yeah.
one.
Uh,
There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
denying
Get it? You got it?
Would it be Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
yeah. All right, here we go. What 8-film Tom Cruise franchise started in the 90s?
Buzz.
Buzz. Oh, you got it. Go
Ooh,
ahead.
there it is. Yeah.
Mission Impossible.
Bing.
Yeah.
Okay,
good
here we
one.
go.
I was like,
Jeez,
so
you guys are tied up, right? You guys are following up on the chat.
What is it? Is it 2
No,
to 2? What's it?
You
3
have
to
3
2?
to 2. It's 3 to 2.
Oh, 3-2, 3-2,
It's
3-2. Okay,
I think it's 3 to
Here-
2. Yeah.
It's 3 to
here
2.
we go. 3-2, Mr. Steve. All right, here we go. What NBA star debuted with the Orlando Magic in 1992?
Buzz.
Oh, Steve.
Buzz. That would be Shaquille O'Neal, aka Shaq, aka Superman, aka Big Daddy, Big Diesel, all of the
There we go.
He was
Let's do
Steel.
2. Yeah, Steel. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, he was still he was
Shaq Fu.
aka
Shaq Fu.
aka what was it? What was it? Not what was the name of the when he was the genie?
Oh, Shazam? Shazam?
Yeah, Shazam. It was Shazam.
Was it Kazam or Shazam?
Yes.
I don't know.
Kazam. There.
One or the other. Yeah.
Here we go. And Steve could actually take it here. Name this Disney Pixar film that starred a cowboy and a space
Buzz.
robot. Oh,
Buzz Lightyear.
yeah.
Yeah, it was Toy Story. There
Toy
you go.
Story. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That was
That was
pretty
kind of
good.
not fair because I definitely put Cayman Lee on the spot, like we just did it like on the spot. Like,
But
he
you know
wasn't-
what? He buzzed in right after
He
you, which
was.
means he was on
buzzed
top.
everything pretty much.
Yeah.
So he pretty much knew all the answers, but I just
Yep.
buzzed a little bit faster.
All right, here I'll throw one in there for fun.
Okay, cool. Do it.
What was the name of this creepy 1990s Christmas film?
Jingle all the way.
Wait,
Close.
wait, a creepy,
Creepy.
1990
19. There was only one
Oh,
creepy
A Nightmare
1990s
Before
film.
Christmas.
There you go. There you go.
Oh,
See,
I would not have thought of that as creepy. I've always thought of it as
Jack
just a
Skellington.
musical.
everybody
Jack
always thought it was fun.
Skellington,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So listen,
Fair
man.
enough.
Tell the universe, the fantastic crew that are watching now, and obviously anyone who's watching that's a fan of yours that's on here with us. We thank you for being here. By the way, the lucky fangirl, thank you for those 2 months subscription with us. That second month subscription.
Yeah.
Two-
Wow. very
two
generous.
beautiful,
Very nice.
happy
They're so
months with
generous
us.
all the time. They're always like
That is
gifting subscriptions to the
Yeah.
to the other subscribers. So that's awesome. Keeping
Very
it
cool.
going. Keep perpetuating
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So
that's
fangirl,
good
thank,
stuff.
thank
Go
you.
ahead.
Yeah. No, yeah. So I was just saying thank you to her for those 2 months for being
Yes,
one of
thank
our
you.
subscribers for 2 months now. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's amazing.
Christopher, you want to let the world know where they can follow you and see what you're doing and whatnot?
Sure, I would love to. The best places to ever find me would be Instagram. It's Christopher Kamen Lee. Look for the blue check. You know that one's me.
Yep.
On Facebook, CKL335 official.
Whoa,
That is
Okay.
me.
nice, yeah.
On Twitch, I am Chris Kamen Lee. Just Chris Kamen Lee.
Yeah. Right.
And I have my own website, which is westcoastcomics.net, which has a link on it to my online store where I sell a whole bunch of really cool shit. And
Nice.
hopefully
dude.
tomorrow I'm going to have a brand new product in.
Oh, okay. You can't tell us what it is,
Can
though.
you tell us? Yeah.
Should I? Can I tell
Yes,
them
do it. Do it.
Not yet?
No. Okay. Not yet. Okay. Well, go.
Is it-
Make sure you guys
The
go on.
girlfriend's saying not yet.
Check out. Tell us the name of the website again.
Westcoastcomics.net.
Westcoastcomics.net, guys. So make sure you guys check that out tomorrow, so you can see the new line of the new product.
Oh my
that's
God!
out. Very
By the way,
exciting.
Chris Kolka, thank you so much for gifting those 5 subs here on the chat room. Wow. Appreciate you. That was
That's
really
cool, man.
amazing.
People gifting
Coming
a
in
lot of
clutch.
subscriptions for the month. Man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wait, really quickly, is this Christopher? Is this your? Are you releasing your very own Lightning collection in Space Red Ranger? Because we're missing that one. Like, are you coming out with your own?
That's not what's
Okay.
That's not
Okay.
what I'm
Because I mean, out of
That's
all of the ones,
wishful thinking. That's Alex's question.
that's
He was
that's
just
me because
wondering.
they just came out with Tracy's character in Wave 6. So we're just waiting for that bleach hair to come through so we can own that one and put up on our
Eventually,
shelves.
maybe.
I will tell you this. I've heard very secretly from
Oh.
different sources that it won't be very long, and it won't be like it's going to be my character and somebody very closely related to my character together.
A 2-pack, you mean?
Yes.
Mhm.
So I've heard that that's what's coming up pretty soon.
I
don't
did
know
read
if that's
that too,
100%
by the
true,
way.
but that's what I've heard through the grapevine. Very close.
I read that too. I was wondering if you read it.
Shakur. I like it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's awesome. And really quickly, guys, if you guys didn't know, at the end of September we will be doing a huge giveaway, and I'll be posting more about that on our official Instagram account. So make sure you're following Instagram, Fantastic Duel Show, where you'll be able to see who wins, what you're gonna win, and where we're going with all of this, which is amazing.
Cool. Yeah, for our grand prizes and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Every month,
So yeah,
every month
keep
we
those
pick.
subscriptions coming, guys.
Yeah,
every
for
time you
sure.
subscribe, you get drawn in for the once a month winner. So you can't win if you don't play.
Damn right.
All right. Well, anyway, guys, thank you, Chris, for joining us again. Appreciate it. Thank you, Alex, for always doing all the hard work you do as well. And
Thank you,
thank you, guys, all my Twitches out there, everybody out there in the Twitchiverse. We appreciate you guys always tuning in every week with us and everything. So on behalf of myself and my co-host and our guest this episode, may the power protect you guys and everybody stay safe out there. Thanks.